Welcome back to the channel, where we break down power, politics, and the stories they don't want you to hear. Today, we're diving into one of the most jaw-dropping mysteries of modern geopolitics: how Vladimir Putin, with a reported salary of just $140,000, is allegedly living like a king. From a billion-dollar palace on the Black Sea to secret yachts and gold-plated jets. This is the hidden empire they tried to keep off the books. Let's get into it. 1. The official narrative versus alleged reality. According to official records, Putin's assets include a small apartment, a trailer, and a few Soviet-era cars. However, investigations suggest a starkly different reality. Analysts estimate his net worth to be between $70 billion and $200 billion, derived from hidden assets and potential control over key industries in Russia. One of the key factors complicating the investigation into Putin's wealth is the use of loyal oligarchs and close confidants to hold and manage assets on his behalf. These associates, many of whom became billionaires during Putin's reign, are believed to function as wallets, trusted stewards of his hidden fortune. From oil magnates to real estate tycoons, these individuals reportedly control lucrative companies and properties, with profits often funneled through offshore accounts, trusts, and shell corporations. Another indicator of concealed wealth is the unmatched access and influence Putin exercises over state-owned giants like Gazprom and Rosneft. While he may not appear on any shareholder registry, critics argue that his ability to dictate business decisions and siphon state resources suggests de facto ownership. Combined with alleged kickbacks from massive infrastructure and defense contracts, this control forms the backbone of a financial empire far beyond public view. 2. Unveiling Putin's palace. In 2021, Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny released a documentary exposing a lavish palace allegedly built for Putin's personal use. Located near Gelendzhik on the Black Sea, this 190,000 square foot mansion is estimated to have cost over $1.35 billion. Its existence had been rumored for years, but Navalny's investigation was the first to provide comprehensive visual and financial evidence tying the property to the Russian president. The estate is hidden behind layers of secrecy, registered under obscure companies tied to Putin's allies. It is shielded from public view by a no-fly zone and heavy security, making it virtually inaccessible to journalists or ordinary Russians. The compound's immense scale and cost sparked outrage, especially given Russia's high poverty rate and economic stagnation. Navalny's team released drone footage showing the palace's sprawling grounds, Italian-style architecture, and extensive underground infrastructure. Public records unearthed in the investigation detailed suspicious financial transactions routed through offshore entities, money believed to be siphoned from taxpayer funds and state enterprises. Despite the Kremlin's insistence that the property doesn't belong to Putin, the sheer coordination and discretion involved in its construction suggest influence and access only someone at the highest level of power could possess. Within days of the video's release, it garnered tens of millions of views. For many Russians, it became a symbol of the inequality and systemic corruption that critics argue defines Putin's administration. Even though a wealthy businessman, Arkady Rotenberg, later claimed ownership, skeptics questioned the timing and logic of his declaration, seeing it as a strategic deflection meant to insulate Putin from backlash. 3. Inside the opulence. The palace boasts luxurious amenities: a private theatre, a casino, a helipad, and even a vineyard. Its interiors feature Italian marble floors, gold-plated fixtures, and intricate frescoes. Notably, the estate includes a church, a 2,500 square metre greenhouse, and an underground ice hockey rink. This isn't just a mansion, it's a compound designed for total self-sufficiency and secrecy. It has a personal gas station, a fully equipped medical centre, and living quarters for dozens of staff. Some blueprints even show an underground tunnel leading from the main residence to a secluded beach, allowing for discreet access away from prying eyes. Surveillance systems blanket the property, and armed guards reportedly patrol the perimeter around the clock. A detailing of the interiors reads more like something out of an imperial palace than a presidential residence. Investigative photos and leaked documents describe a grand marble staircase with gilded handrails, Louis XIV-style furniture imported from Europe, and custom-made chandeliers worth tens of thousands of dollars each. Every element appears custom-crafted, with no expense spared, down to a $700 toilet brush and a $1,250 leather sofa for staff rest areas. 4. The web of ownership. Despite Kremlin denials, the documentary provided extensive evidence linking the estate to Putin, including financial documents and testimonies from contractors involved in the project. The ownership is allegedly concealed through a network of shell companies and associates. The main figure identified in the official paperwork is Arkady Rotenberg, a billionaire businessman and longtime friend of Putin. In 2021, amid mounting public pressure, Rotenberg claimed he was the rightful owner of the palace and that it was intended to be a future hotel complex. But this explanation raised more questions than answers. Why would a hotel be built in a location with no public access, behind security perimeters and restricted airspace? Experts believe the palace is part of a much broader network of assets controlled via a system informally known as Putin's wallets, trusted associates who legally own properties and businesses but operate under his influence. These proxies include oligarchs, childhood friends, and even judo partners. Through them, Putin is thought to control vast wealth without leaving a paper trail that ties him directly to anything. 5. Beyond the palace. Putin's alleged assets extend far beyond the walls of the Black Sea Palace. According to multiple investigations, he has access to an extensive collection of luxury homes, vehicles, aircraft, and yachts, none of which appear in his official asset declarations. These possessions, like the palace, are typically held through friends, business allies, or state entities. One of the most publicized examples is the yacht Graceful, a $100 million vessel equipped with a helipad, indoor pool with a retractable floor, a spa, and a dance floor. It was quietly moved out of Germany just before the Russian invasion of Ukraine, a move interpreted by experts as an effort to avoid international sanctions and asset freezes. Another yacht, the Scheherazade, is estimated to be worth over $700 million and docked in Italy. Investigators tied it to Putin through circumstantial but compelling evidence: the crew, the funding trail, and the presence of Russian security officers on board. In the skies, Putin is believed to fly in a $716 million aircraft, unofficially dubbed the Flying Kremlin. The plane is fitted with a fully functional boardroom, a king-sized bed, and a gold-plated bathroom. In total, Putin is said to have access to 58 aircraft and helicopters, all maintained by the Russian state, but rumored to be used for both official and personal purposes. From secret palaces to billion-dollar yachts, Putin's alleged fortune paints a very different picture than the one shown on paper. If this video opened your eyes, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the power and money behind global politics. New videos every week. And trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming next.